Dave.
G Money in the building.
Serves the sports star.
Slick the Relic.
Todd the Magnificent.
The one and only Coach Kirk.
And it says first stop to the next stop. Let's go. All right, y'all. So we are back. Welcome, everybody. Last week we was out, but now we are back. You know, last week we had the snowstorm, but here it is, the Super Dave along with Coach Kurt. G Money next to me.
What up? What up?
Slick the Surge, the sports star.
Yes, yes.
I'm trying to figure this out. Slick the
The
Relic
living fossil.
and Todd the Magnificent.
In the building.
Tiny along in the building with us, holding us down. All right, today is Monday, March 2nd. Time marches on.
Sure
So
enough.
if y'all missed us, we are back. We appreciate everybody out there showing us love. We got some things to talk about in the world of sports. Super Bowl's over. NBA's kicking into second gear. March Madness is right upon us. The Columbine, NFL Columbine. College Combine. All right. Listen, we somewhere. All right. Anyway.
Been drinking a rum punch. Huh?
All day. All right. So listen, yeah, we here talk about some things, get off our chest. You know, like I said again, last week we had a snowstorm that just knocked a couple of us back and we couldn't get in the station. So weather's coming around, you know, spring is upon us. That spring is in the air. So let me get it started. G Money, how was your weekend? We're gonna swing it around everybody right quick.
My weekend was quiet. It was good.
All right, all
Nothing
right,
Crazy.
great. Surge,
Yeah, quiet. Just watching a lot of big guys run.
nice, nice. The Relic,
Busy. I want to congratulate the last employee in my class, Dennis Dillahunt. He retired, and he had a little party. Yeah, he had a party not too far from here, down to Jericho Turnpike. It was a good turnout, and yeah, he was the last in the class in 1991, and he's finally free. You know, go pension, no tension.
Congrats
talk
to him.
about it. Todd, the Magnificent.
It was relatively quiet. You know, I had a great day in church yesterday. Great day in church. Unfortunately, Saturday I had to go to a funeral, but from low to a high. But other than that, you know, it was a pretty good weekend. Every day that I'm here is a good day.
All right, great. Coach Kurt.
Never underrate shoveling snow. That is a total workout. Oh my God.
Talk about it, Coach
wait.
Kurt. Where you at, Coach Kurt? Are you over there in the corner? Talk about it.
Hold on. So you was today years old and you finding out that shoveling snow is
It's different when you're old.
Could you get on the
right.
mic and talk
That's what
about
I'm
it,
saying.
Coach?
Like, yes.
I'm done with it. Listen,
No, they
Listen.
can't. Get over there and let's talk about it.
I'm done with it, bro. I'm so over it.
It's
I'm
a
telling
total
you.
workout, man. And
Yeah.
when you get older, your body ain't ready.
So what you saying? The total workout is like the workout,
It's an underrated workout, man. Underrated.
but you get it in though, right? You
I
feel
had no choice.
you feel great after you
I had
finish
no
with it,
choice.
right?
You will go to sleep after you finish.
Right. I
No,
had
don't go to
choice.
sleep
Or go in
because
a hot tub.
don't go to sleep. Just
I
don't
went-
go to sleep.
No, I
You
went.
need
I
to
took
stay
a
up.
hot shower, man. After
Right.
that.
You need to stay up because
You never
you know the
what my-
body might shut
yeah.
down. You may not get back up. Stay up. Tiny, what's going on, Tiny? How you been, bro? All right, no doubt. Thank you. Talk about it, Tiny. Last time we was here, we was waiting on you.
Kurt is extra board,
Yes.
Yeah.
and he said, "Don't give him no job.
All right.
Don't
Yeah.
call him for no job.
Yeah, don't be calling me the last hour, man.
Yeah.
Let me
Nah.
find out."
All right, Tiny. Talk about it, Tiny.
Yeah, man, I was good too, but I'm along with Coach. I went out there, shoveled 2 snows, like shoveled twice. I said, nah, I had to call some people up, man. I said I called them up. They got it was 2 of them with the automatic snow blower shit and stuff like that. So
Kids don't want to make no money.
There's
No,
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 kids
no.
around. The kids are
That-
grown up.
that
The guy,
We
Yeah.
them kids.
listen,
yeah, when we was growing up, that was a money day.
That was us.
I
That
make
was
you
a money
laugh.
day.
One of the kids who I watched grow up on my block is my neighbor. He was asking me, he said, yo, where the kids? And I said, you were the kid and you're grown now.
Right.
As a matter of fact, he's a train operator on the job.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, you're the kid. You and my sons and all that. Ain't nobody on the block no more. You know what I'm saying? No, nobody come around no more.
Right.
So keep shoveling. I should make you shovel. Your mother's a shovel mine too.
Are you upset about something magnificent?
Nah.
Because
I'm telling you, you've been turned up.
My body's still hurting from last Monday. I'm still
and,
hurting.
and the Lakers won 2 games in a row, and he's still upset.
I don't care about them.
I see that. All right.
Kurt,
I'm
this-
sorry, Tiny. Back to you, Tiny.
Oh
So
no, I'm good. I had a good weekend, man.
I'm
glad
just
to be
saying,
back.
but like the
But-
snow is overrated, right? Like don't shovel,
No,
get a
this-
snow blower.
This was some different kind of snow.
Yeah, it was heavy.
This was I think it was record breaking for New York City. This
Nah.
snowstorm, no, it was definitely record breaking.
Well, it wasn't the most we ever
I
had.
think
No,
it's
it's
top- I
not
think
that.
it's
But
in
it
the
was
top.
a lot.
It
It
was-
just
it
was a.
was-
See,
it-
the problem is we spoil you because the last 5 years we
We
haven't
did
been
good.
getting no snow,
Yeah.
and it ain't really been cold.
Mm-mm.
And this year they giving it to us.
No,
you know
they
what I'm
giving
saying?
it to us.
And yeah, and I decided to never complain about the heat again in my life. I don't
30.
care how hot it get. I'm never
We got the
complaining
30.
again.
We broke a
I've
record.
had enough
Long
of this
Island broke a
fool.
record, man. We
Had
had got
enough.
30. Yeah, it was 30 inches out east. And where I was at, it was like at least 20 something, 25.
Yeah, they got hit
26.
hard. Long Island.
And Lord, man. I was like, yo, I you know what? This is like one of the first times that I was so glad I didn't have to go to work.
Right.
I'm
Right.
retired. I was just so glad I didn't have to
That's
go
the
to
only.
work.
That's the only good thing about it.
Yeah, I mean,
The only.
well, yo,
well-
could we get a round of applause for everybody that didn't have to go to work?
Listen,
Come on, like yo, put the
And
sound machine can't
that-
clap it up.
that's what.
This music today.
That's what
Hold
I
on,
was
hold
saying.
on, hold on.
That's what I was saying.
Hold up, hold up.
If I had to work, I wasn't going because I had to dig out the family, and I'm not doing both because after digging out, I ain't got the energy to go to work. You know what I mean? So,
So-
dig out. The snow was higher than the
Just
blower.
cars.
The snow was
yo,
higher
when
than
I opened my door, I couldn't even step out of my door.
the-
That's how much snow it was.
All right.
I had to dig from inside my house to get myself out the door. You know, it was crazy.
This second snow was wet and heavy. The first one was much lighter, so you had to really be careful. And then
Yeah, but that first one you had to do it right away because
Yeah,
the
it turned to
temperatures were
ice.
so
Right,
low.
yes.
It got frozen
Right.
on you.
Shout out to Big Train 67. He said, "Good
That's the only
afternoon, fellas.
difference.
Definitely a
Thank
money
God for
day.
the weather
Facts."
wasn't that
Yes,
cold.
sir.
We really would have been in trouble.
All right, let me
But
shout
it's
out.
snowed for 24 hours.
Let me
That was
shout
the
out
thing. It's
Dr.
snowed for 24
Albert
hours.
Andrews,
Well-
Noel Franco, D. Bell, Dave Bell, Anthony
When the
Green,
last time I did
also
that?
watching.
I'm gonna be real honest.
you know,
I didn't have to
Andrews,
shovel
just
nothing, so
Andrews
I
from
don't
the
know
A
what y'all
division.
griping
I'll
about.
show you his picture.
You know
Yeah.
Albert Andrews.
Lucky you.
He said, "Doctor."
Well,
Well, that's
he
what
is,
it
he
is.
is a doctor.
Who, me?
Oh no,
Yeah.
you gotta do your
Yeah, he
part.
had to do his car.
Yeah,
I ain't even got to do
I
that.
ain't really had to do that neither. I was gonna say, Kurt, next time call me,
Yo.
I'll get the city over
Yo.
there right away.
So
all right?
who dug the city dug your car out again?
No, it wasn't that bad on where I was parked at. It wasn't that bad.
Nah, I'm just putting.
I got in.
You putting some back.
I had to
No,
shovel
my
in the
bad.
brush with me.
Oh,
I
okay.
came out. I used the brush.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do nothing else.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, I just used the brush on it.
Were you out in the corner or something?
I was at no, I was on Cozine between Vermont and something.
Oh, okay.
But no, I was fine. I was fine.
You know what
And
I
them
like?
guys was coming through like every 10 minutes.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was coming in a lot.
You
Yeah, I
know
was
what I
blessed.
like about this snowstorm? I'm going to tell y'all this from the heart. That snow fight that NYC had with the crowd.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, I enjoyed that so
That
much,
Washington
man.
Square Park?
Yeah. Oh, man.
I don't think that's
Yeah, I
cool.
see.
Franco said he had no snow in Florida. All right.
Yeah, I
We,
guess
we
not.
know not. We know that, Franco.
Lucky
Shout out-
you, Franco.
Yo, you
Shout out
see-
to him.
You see the picture of Showtime?
Chilling, I must have missed that. What he had?
Yeah, he won some golf tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, he be winning.
Oh,
He had Tina Dixon was there.
okay.
Shout out to Show because he's been a golf head for years.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Lou Campbell watching.
Greg Totten was there.
Greg Totten.
And Finney was in the picture.
Good afternoon to Miss Teresa Tucker who's watching. All right, shout out everybody. Lonnie Wheeler in the building also. Big
All right.
Train
What up, my
67. All right, shout out to him.
Let's go. I'm ready to go. Let's get to the stop.
All right, cool.
Go.
Let's get it popping, yo. So,
Can I say one more thing?
oh,
You
go ahead.
out sick. What are you talking about?
You could get that mic over
I
there.
had a blowout.
You want?
Yeah.
Well,
Which
come
one?
on, man. You
The
gotta get
backwards?
over there and tell your story, Coach.
The slicks.
You got.
No, the slicks is gone.
Well,
Oh.
all right.
No,
Well,
the slicks.
Oh, the slicks are gone.
all right. Well, if you don't want to share your story on the mic, you gotta hold it.
Yeah, tell us later.
Another day. I told you.
Tell us later.
No doubt. Shout out to Billy Turner who's watching also. All right. So, where are we gonna start? We're gonna start NBA.
Let's get it.
That's the only thing. Well, combine.
The combine and college basketball, March Madness, and then baseball. Baseball's on the
There's a lot
rise
of stuff
also.
to talk about. Sure, now.
We missed 2 weeks, right? We 2 weeks back.
Combine.
So what started 2 weeks ago that we were supposed to talk about? If you remember.
Because the season ain't stuff. Football season's off. So we talk about the.
Yeah, get rid of that.
And the draft. All right. So
It's going to be interesting. What they're talking about is this year, it's not so many of the top guys getting drafted as far as like quarterbacks and offensive linemen. Talk about you got a lot of cornerbacks, safeties, inside linebackers, stuff like
Or
that.
defense. Right?
defense, right?
yeah.
Correct.
It might be a different draft, but guys who usually don't get drafted, positions that usually don't get drafted high, maybe get drafted high in this pick. Because they say they got some athletes out, and y'all seen it. I didn't watch it. I know y'all were watching it.
Yeah.
Y'all was chiming in. So there's a lot of athletes out there. You know what I'm saying? And
And the Jets have some
Cats
good
was definitely running.
situations.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
The Jets should draft defense. The Jacks.
that's what they were saying. They looking at that safety. Now they say that kid, Ohio State got a couple of kids on their team, safeties and no, not the safety.
The
I know
edge
the
rushes.
The edge rushers and the linebacker. They looking at,
I like that Ed Rusher from was it Texas Tech or Texas A&M? One of them guys from Texas something.
All right.
It's
So
not Texas, but it's Texas Tech or Texas A&M.
so what it is it's like what you get your defense right. It might be a 2-3 year window. And then you could be turning up, sort of like how the Texans were, because I think
they made a
still-
move today. You've seen that, right?
I think they're still on the move. They're on the route.
Yeah, they
They
did.
made two
That
moves.
was a very good move they did
What, you
getting
got the
Montgomery.
running back?
That's right.
Montgomery, right?
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
what they need. That's just what they need.
It's funny
And to
'cause
get
yesterday Montgomery was talking about I ain't asked to go nowhere, and now today he was
the-
traded. Yeah, he didn't ask to go
Yeah.
nowhere. Okay,
So, but that's a good
You
move
think
for
he
Houston.
He think he actually.
Probably
Yeah,
did.
that's
He
why he
probably
had
got
to-
tired of sharing the load. With
right?
what's
He
it
don't
called.
want to share the load with Gibbs. He
Yeah.
want to be the man.
Right, and I don't blame him. And he'll get that chance with Houston. He'll get that chance. But they were saying that Minnesota is a quarterback away from possibly winning the Super Bowl because they got everything else. So now they saying, well, they won before last year. They won 14 games.
Well, they should have kept Sam
Yeah.
Darnold. and
Well, they
maybe-
should've, but
They
they
didn't want to pay him.
You know what I'm saying?
well, you paid the
I
other
said
guy.
this. I said
Who,
this.
what other guy?
They didn't have to pay him. He's on a
McCurry.
rookie salary.
Yeah, well,
He's on a rookie salary. They
they
didn't pay him a
decided to
contract.
go with
Oh,
him.
you can say
What I told you, they made a mistake because you didn't have to break the bank to,
Right.
to keep what you call him, Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
All you had to do was give him $30 million a year, and that's basically what he got now. You didn't have to break the bank for to keep him, and that's what they should have did.
Jumping on what Ty said, they talk about giving Malik Willis $30 million.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well-
he shared. part
And
of
what
the
you got to understand, that's the middle of the pack because the top quarterbacks are $60 million. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's $60 million. So to keep those guys and give them $30 million, that's to the
Yeah,
team.
but
That's a
you- yeah,
bargain.
you up,
But that's
like,
still a lot of
make
money
it
in your
make sense.
pocket.
That seed is okay.
And they could have, and they were stupid for not doing that to Sam Darnold. Look what he did.
they didn't pay him, and now they're paying for it.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's it.
I'm gonna tell you,
they're gonna pick up somebody because they talking about Geno Smith, Malik Willis, Kyler Murray.
yeah,
They got a bunch of guys that they could get for a
I
year.
feel
They're
if
gonna
you
do
give,
another
if you
year and try to get
right,
McCarthy
until
right.
right, if you with a team like that, the receivers they got on their team, and you could get a decent quarterback who could throw that ball down the field, ain't no telling what can happen. You know what I mean? Because if nothing doesn't happen this year, I guarantee you this.
McCarthy will be gone.
Not
Jefferson's
McCarthy.
gone.
There you go. Jefferson ain't gonna. Jefferson gonna
He
be gone. He's tired of playing, and you know what I'm saying, wasting his talent there. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna be there long. So you better do something this year for you could keep him.
What's the coach quarterback?
Richardson.
Anthony Richardson, right?
Yeah.
What's name is a free agent too, isn't
Yeah, but they talking about
Ooh.
they want Daniel Jones. They told what's his name, go find a trade. They don't care.
What's up with y'all?
Oh, Richardson.
Yeah, they ready
Yes,
to give
indeed.
up on him.
Yes.
What's up with y'all boy Kirk Cousins?
He's still out there. They say. I mean, his name is mentioned.
Yeah,
His
he
name
trying
is
to
out
get
there.
in. He trying to get the Pittsburgh.
What, Atlanta let him
He's not
go?
coming here.
Yeah,
He might be getting
go
a
back to the Vikings.
He might
Yeah.
get a TV.
it's
deal.
possible.
He
Shout
might
out
be-
to
he might
Dutch.
become a broadcaster.
Dutch OC
He didn't play that
Blend. He
bad
said,
the
"What's
last
up,
4
fellas?"
games
He
this
did
season.
not.
What up,
He
He
Dutch?
did
played
not.
better than a lot of guys
Yeah, he-
did.
did
he-
not.
he was
Window.
If you
4
got
games,
if
so-
you got teams that
You-
desperate to
you
need a quarterback,
talking, and you
you
got
get
a
a job.
49-year-old quarterback and nothing to
you
back
don't got
him
a
up.
quarterback.
You don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, you don't got a quarterback.
Don't worry
bro.
about what we.
We not
Yup.
worried. We just
not
telling
worried.
you.
We
Excuse-
Ain't
wait,
nobody worried
wait.
about the Steelers.
Wait,
One
wait.
thing you gotta understand: ain't nobody
Yo,
worried about
Todd,
the
you're
Steelers.
not gonna raise your voice
You know what
on
I'm saying?
camera right now.
Why not?
Wait.
Why
You're
not?
not
Wait.
gonna do
Because
that.
ain't nobody worried about your Steelers.
Wait,
You're not
You
gonna
wait,
do
I
understand
got a
what I'm saying?
comment to say.
Why
You're
not?
not
Wait,
gonna do that.
You
wait,
know?
I got a
That's what I was
comment.
about to do.
Yeah, well,
I got a
ahead.
comment. His quarterback is trying to go to Minnesota. So he really ain't gonna have a quarterback.
They ain't got no
Yeah,
quarterback.
that's another guy that they tied
What?
to him.
We're drafting a quarterback most likely. They're not gonna give Will Howard.
What about
a
the
chance.
what about the quarterback you got?
That's it. If they
I
not
told
gonna-
you he's a bum.
No.
I know because he came from my
If they're
school.
not gonna give Will Howard a chance, which is what everybody's asking for, they most likely gonna draft quarterback and a wide receiver the first 2 rounds.
But why can't they just sign a veteran quarterback as a backup?
I don't think anybody wants that. Oh, as a backup, yeah, they can do that. Yeah, they can do that.
Y'all might bring in Geno.
They might.
Well, some of these guys are solid as far as backup quality. As far as carrying the team, I don't think
I truly
anybody
believe.
is solid.
I truly believe what's called needs a change of scenery and made
Who's
them
that?
so good. Murray. I think
Kyler
it,
Murray.
yeah, I think it made them some good to change the scenery.
So,
'Cause he got talent.
are you speaking prospectively as a GM, like the guy sitting next to you?
No, he's the GM. Leave that to him. I leave that GM job to him. You know what I'm saying?
He's just talking.
No, I'm not just talking. You know,
I
I
mean-
talk what I know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Tom
a
is
fan.
gonna be
I'm
here
not-
for the next 6
I'm
years.
not a
Are
fan.
you kidding me?
No, I ain't never said that. I said he will leave under his own terms,
Okay.
and that's what he did. And didn't he or didn't he?
He left.
On his own
He
terms.
left.
On his own
He
terms.
left. He
Why
left
don't you
earlier.
say?
He left earlier than you for
No, not that I
you thought he was
predicted.
gonna
Not
leave.
me. Not me.
Trust.
I said he will leave on his own terms, and that's what he did. And that's what he did. He chose his wife over y'all.
That's good.
He chose his wife over
I'm
y'all.
happy for that.
You know what I'm saying?
He said he saw you talking about him.
You know,
He's
he's tired of
Once
you.
I start mentioning
He's
your
tired of
name, the
you.
guillotine is coming.
He's tired. You don't appreciate him, and you're gonna suffer because of
You
that.
don't know what we
Watch.
gonna do.
Oh, I do know.
You have no idea.
Oh,
what
I
we
do.
gonna do.
I do.
Meanwhile, you make sure you suffer with the green and white, dude.
I've been doing that.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
used to that.
I know you are.
I'm used
I
to
know
that.
You're numb to the pain.
I'm used to
I
that.
know.
Exactly. That don't bother me no more.
So, are we gonna do the pay-per-view event now, or
It's
should we
coming.
wait?
It's coming
I mean,
soon.
It's coming.
We
It's
gonna-
coming soon.
We waiting to see what
It's
Mayweather
coming
gonna
soon.
do.
No, it's the undercard. The undercard.
We gonna right. We gonna wait until
trying to
Mayweather
see-
Mayweather
I'm trying to
back
see
down.
how
You
much
might as
money's
well
on
put
the
some
table.
more old geezers on there.
you know,
Jesus at Caesars too.
You
Trying
already
to see
got
what-
249.
trying to see what the money gonna look like.
The geezers at Caesars, yo.
That's a joke.
So,
I
what
couldn't
you're
waste my
coming in
money.
with the
Couldn't
with the
waste my money.
Bengay?
Yo, they're the undercard.
Oh, yeah, they're the undercard. Y'all the main event.
It might be.
Sure you right. Sure you right.
It could be.
Right, bring the icy house back.
And you know what's the crazy part about that though?
what?
These fools are gonna pay for that fight.
Yeah.
They're gonna pay for it. They fools to pay for that.
It sells,
You know what
but
I'm saying?
nobody gonna be a fool if they buy y'all. You know what I mean?
No,
Come on.
no, you might, because it's gonna be one hit a quitter.
Oh,
So you might, you know,
Listen,
don't leave and go to bed for get the popcorn. You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
he better-
That's how quick
You
it's
better
gonna be
get me
over.
in 15 minutes. That's the 15
15
minute
15
rule.
seconds.
15-minute rule. He better
You
get me
talking
in
about
15 minutes.
15 seconds.
Because it's nothing but power before that.
Oh,
In the 16th
God.
minute, he might have.
Oh boy,
That's when the stamina go down.
you only got 15.
He,
Look, I ain't got that long, so it's gonna be a one-hitter quitter because I ain't got that long. If you take me to 15, you gonna win.
Yo, man, y'all losing sales. You talking?
man,
got
We
me.
losing money.
you know, it's starting to sound like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson with me. I'm definitely not paying
It's
for
a
it.
setup. It
And
sounds
I'm
like
part
a
of the
setup.
crew, and I'm not paying
It's
for that.
a setup, right?
So,
You gonna take a peek.
Dutch said y'all need to insure between rounds. Oh, sorry.
They're not the only
Oh, my
ones.
goodness.
I'm pretty sure Mayweather and Pacquiao got some insure coming.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
they got
goodness.
something. Boy.
Two old men fighting,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
and people gonna
Look,
pay like you said.
It took them 100 years to fight when they
The
were
first
fighting.
time,
You know what I'm saying? And now y'all want to do it again.
they was
You know what I'm saying? When everybody really wanted it 100 years ago.
39
You know?
and 37 when they fought 10 years ago,
Right.
and now they 49, 40.
Yeah,
They're
that don't make
different.
no damn
That's a
sense.
money grab.
No,
Yeah.
that's all it is.
Right, get out of there. Nobody.
Well, they said Floyd his lifestyle, he might be broke. Well,
He's
who,
not
you
broke.
know,
He's not
who's
broke.
I'm not,
He's
you
not
know,
broke.
so it's just speculation.
That's,
I'm not,
that's just
right.
people talking.
Let
He's
me
not
say
broke.
this:
well,
when them
If
guys,
you Google him, he's worth over $400 million.
I got
right
you.
now, when them guys say they got like you said, when they say they got 500 million, 400 million, right, and then they lose whatever amount they lose, and then you see them, oh yeah, they only got 100 million. That's considered broke to them guys. You know what I'm saying? That's not broke.
But
No, he's not broke.
They lifestyle.
but in reality, right, if you're not getting those big fights, that's
Yeah,
why
but you gotta
you-
you gotta understand you're not gonna be getting those big fights. You set
I
yourself
got
up before that.
I got
know
it.
what I'm
but
saying?
you
That
jumped
guy
in the
owns-
back end
That
because
guy owns so
it's a
much
money
real
grab.
estate.
and investments,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That he's not gonna lose money.
Right. I refuse.
He
to
don't
believe
need
that.
he's not fighting because
Right.
he's broke. Trust me on that. A lot of times when people don't understand, and it's hard for athletes to let go, for their names not being in that spotlight, or for them to really feel like they can't do this no more. So they have to really see sometimes. You know, and that's the thing that they don't hear their name like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Understood.
it's hard for
Cheering
them,
in the crowd
right?
and all that
And they
stuff.
seeing everybody else getting that,
Right.
and they looking, and plus he's a promoter also, so he's making money.
It's a common denominator. Also,
know what I mean?
even,
Not to say that
even with
nobody-
us, you know,
Because Tyson did it, he
Regular
fought because he
people.
was broke.
uh-huh.
We know that, and he got paid. You know what I'm saying? Certain people may come back because they. I don't think he's broke.
But yeah, sometimes people don't know when to say when.
And that too.
You know. So. Well, okay, what's your spin on it, sir? Go ahead. Yeah.
Just
We gotta go to camera 3. I got you. What's your spin on this, sir?
All right.
Here's
First-
another man's perspective. Let's
Yeah.
go.
First off, Mayweather don't have the money he's used to.
How do you know that?
He don't.
How do you know that? You're not by you saying that it's not telling the people
Let me
he.
finish.
How you know that?
Let me finish. First off, Money Mayweather. That's his name.
Right.
Money Mayweather. He strictly enforce money. When Mayweather don't have the money he got, he tends to go to fight and make the money he needs to get. He is not fighting because he wants to fight. He's fighting because he wants the money. And who else to go against to make the money but Pacquiao?
When you say want money or he needs money, which one
No,
is it?
I'm saying what I'm saying is he doesn't have the money he's used to.
I can't
See,
I
that
can't
comes-
take that because there's
that-
no
that-
proof. There's no
Yeah.
proof of that.
Hold on,
There's no proof of that.
That comes back
There's
to
no
what I
proof of
that
that.
comes back to what I said.
Yeah.
If he's worth 1.2 billion
Right.
and he's only got 500 million, they consider him broke. But he's not broke.
He's
He's not broke.
He's not
I ain't saying that he's broke.
just
I'm
giving
saying the money he's used to.
okay.
He like to flaunt. He like to show.
Well, he was
Yeah.
doing that the other day at the game, went in his bag and took out a stack of money and peeled
Of
some more
course,
and gave
right.
it to somebody behind him.
Yep,
I seen
what
that the other day.
That's
You
my
know what I'm
whole
saying?
point.
That's
I
food
seen that the
stamp.
other day.
That's food
And
stamp,
put
bro.
the other
Yeah.
stack back in the bag.
Right, but see, that's my whole
You know?
point. Money Mayweather. That's why his name is the money team. He's about money. When it comes down, the bottom line is about
No,
money.
I get that.
So
But-
when he goes like, oh, I done bought these mad apartment buildings in New York City or whatever. Of course I'm worth that amount, but I got to do the renovations. I got to fix up the house. I got to get the tenants in there to make my money back. I'm not making my money back yet. So what I got to do to make my money back? I gotta go and fight to get my money back so I can still sit comfortably while I'm building up my money with the houses.
I
Or
would
you
say
just sell all that
I don't
stuff.
say I don't see it. That's the thing too. You liquidate.
Yeah, 'cause
When you
right,
got assets, you
right,
liquidate.
right.
If he
Liquidate.
really needed money, he would liquidate. That's why I'm saying
I
he's
didn't
not
say-
broke.
I
He's
didn't
fighting
say-
because
I
he
never-
wants money, or that's why I asked you.
Yeah.
You think he's fighting because he want money, or is he fighting because he's broke? Because if he's broke, all he got to do is liquidate all his assets,
Exactly.
But that's the
and he's
whole,
not doing that.
But see, the whole
And
point
he's not
is,
doing that
yeah, the whole point is he's not trying to liquidate it.
because
That's
he's not
why-
broke.
Listen,
That's my point.
listen. This is the
That's my
reason.
point.
Yo, listen. This is the reason he's coming back out of retirement
Okay.
because he wants, like you said, not need,
It-
but he
this-
wants more money.
Okay, that's a difference because
but at the
it's
same-
the avenue
No,
for
no,
him to make
but
money.
At the same token, his money depleted to what he's not used to. He like his money being at a certain level. This fight is going to take his money back up to the level where he wants it.
No, I don't think that's one fight's going to do that. No.
No, one fight ain't gonna
No,
do it.
one fight is not
fight
doing
gonna
that.
pay for something.
Yeah, one fight
Yeah.
is not going to bring
fight's
his
gonna
money.
pay.
Listen,
If
they
he's
don't
saying that his
put
money's
on the
depleted,
gloves
so-
not
and
to
it's
get
going to bring
paid.
it
They
back up
getting
to,
paid.
Wait,
to what
so
he's
you-
used to.
are you
The fight
saying?
clear some
wait a
of his
minute.
debts up.
Are
That's
you
what the fight-
saying that this Pacquiao and this Mayweather 2 is not going to make the money?
It's not going to make. He's not going to get him that much money. Like if you saying that he's broke to get him back to where he's used to.
First
No.
off,
got 10 years ago.
yo,
No.
hold on. First
No.
off, the Philippines is backing up Pacquiao so much. They've been waiting for this. That alone is
How
going
much
to
is the
take the
purse?
money
How
up.
much is the purse?
More than what we got.
100
Yeah.
I want to know. Tell me what the first fight was 100 million. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's there again.
Yo, let's go
Hold
on
up,
record.
Serge looking
I
at
don't
Let's-
think it's there.
Hold on. Let's go on record. I bet you 2 bottles of water that this next
Uh-oh.
fight that they fight that this fight is going to be more than the first fight.
We could
Wait
do
a
that. We could go
second.
on record. We could go on
Let's
record
let's
for
go on record and say somebody's a rum punch man. I'm not calling no names.
We can go on record for that.
Oh, he's a
I'm
Roman
not.
punch.
No, I didn't say that. I
Oh.
said somebody's a rum punch man.
We know a guy. We know a guy.
All right.
We could go on record for that.
All right, let's go on
We
record
can
for
go
that.
on record
I
for that.
promise you, if they
I don't see
decide,
that fight making it.
yo,
They
listen,
both walking away
if
with
they
100 million.
if they decide to fight again, right? That purse right there is going to be higher than the first fight. I promise you that.
Okay. We could
But
go
what
on
was the
record.
first fight?
100 each.
Uh-huh, 100
They
million,
both
100 million.
walked away with 100 each.
100 even.
Hey,
I don't
You-
see that.
Serge is
you
in-
ahead of the
And-
game if you
and-
making
and
50
Googling,
million
but
or
Kurt, that should
something.
be your job.
Yeah,
since you
yeah,
sitting
and
over
if
there.
that's-
40, 50 million. You ahead of the game if you making money like that.
That
That's
if them people putting up that money for
I ain't
that,
worried about.
that's
I'm
crazy
just
to
trying
me.
to figure out why anybody would even pay for that. Crap.
exactly. That's my point.
'Cause
That's
that's
my
what he
point.
Well,
was do.
Again,
But that's ridiculous. That's what's wrong with boxing. I keep telling you guys.
Yeah.
You got guys fighting at 50 years old,
Yeah.
making more money than guys who are young
Yeah.
because they don't want to fight each other.
And let's not forget the YouTubers.
all right, but we trying to get y'all on the
They making
undercard,
money
and
too.
this is not working. All right, we got to ante up, man. We need viewers. We need people coming
The
in.
problem with
to
this
you
fight,
guys.
Mungo doesn't have any backing. I got all the money. he ain't got no backing.
But you ain't got the stamina.
You know what I'm
16
saying?
minutes and you
One
in
hit
trouble.
quit it. This okay. As long as they see somebody go down, they're gonna be all right.
Mongo coming in
I'll,
with
I'll be studying Muhammad Ali rope a dope film.
Mongo coming
Tire
in with
him out.
Mongo coming in with skates.
You gonna come in there swinging balls? All right, you keep swinging.
Yo, got the YouTube behind him.
He got the
He
YouTube.
got the social media.
He got his hip hop crew behind.
He got his social media.
Monaco, you ever wore contacts before? Because
No.
once you take your glasses off, you ain't gonna be able
No.
to see.
They're
That
talking
doesn't.
about $300
Trust
million
me.
between the two.
How much?
300 million between the two. of
150
them.
each.
No, 180 and 120.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's
But
horrible.
now,
That's awful. Yeah,
That-
for this
the
fight.
next one,
That's
yeah.
awful.
That's horrible.
Sound
Yeah,
like
but
sound
you know
like,
what?
like the
The
waters
fight-
of
look,
I
look,
don't
water.
know why it's got that much money because the Dubai probably is the
Yes,
one that's doing all
That's
this,
correct.
and they
Oh,
don't
so
care
they
about
throw
money.
money around.
Right? They
Right.
throw money at everything.
Well, I don't know about now. It might be cut short because they're getting bombed.
Yeah.
Dubai's getting bombed. So they might not put that
Listen.
money up right now.
No.
All right,
That's
shout
a
out to
whole
John
nother subject.
Janowitz
Yeah.
Yo,
watching.
Just by the prediction
Will
alone, you
Patton,
already
Anthony
lost. You sure you
Silva,
don't want to back
Blackwell,
out?
No, I'm not
Kenneth
backing out.
All
Thomas.
right, I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be more than the 100 mil. That right
Don't
there is
be-
already saying.
Don't be disappointed. A lot of times them gates don't work out the way they say they're gonna work out.
John Janowitz said, "I'm
Yeah,
giving
I agree.
Mongo $5
But-
for the fight."
It's like sometimes like when these fights happen, you got to
You
think.
got a little backing.
You got to think what's in stake.
Go for
That's
it.
going to build the hype to this fight. One hype to this fight is that they want to see Floyd Mayweather lose his record, his perfect record.
Right,
That's
right.
one.
I agree
Number
with
two, the Philippines want their get back. They didn't like the way that fight was called the first time.
Correct.
So they're gonna
I
back
get all
up.
that. I
Yeah,
get
they're
it, but
gonna back him
but
up
you know
all
what
the way.
I hear what you're saying about
Right.
that, but at this stage and age, that don't like I can't speak for everybody. That doesn't matter to me. And I think it don't matter to a lot of people. It might matter to them or whatever. Where's this after this fight? Where they going?
All right.
Where they going?
See,
Wait a
good
second.
point. Good point that you made.
Where
Like,
they
that's a
going?
good point. After this fight, where is Mayweather going?
That's what I'm saying.
He going to retire again because he got the money he needed to get to that level. Otherwise, he'll stay
Okay,
boxing.
so let me ask
Otherwise,
you,
he'll
let me,
stay
let me ask
boxing.
you this question.
Right.
So when he gets 70 and he ain't got no money, he gonna fight again?
If people are watching. If
Well,
people are watching.
wait a second. Ain't you fighting on the undercard?
I ain't 70.
But ain't you
Yo,
fighting on the undercard? And Mongo got a back and John put $5 behind him.
He giving him
All right,
$5.
y'all. Let's wrap this up. All right. So
All right.
anyway, this is our first half hour. First stop to the next stop is Super Dave,
right.
G Money next to me.
What's up?
Surge the Sports Star, Slick the Relic,
The living fossil.
Todd the Magnificent,
Yes.
Tiny in the building,
Yeah.
Coach Kurt on the coach's couch.
He's
All
ex-
right.
Curtis
So
extra
the
board.
phone lines is open. The number is 516-206-0711. We was talking boxing, we was talking a little football, but now we're getting some basketball. Or if you have something on your mind that you like to call in and share with us, holla 516-206-0711. Let's go. First stop to next stop.
Let's talk about your next. Y'all had a good win this. Y'all been happy?
All right,
Good.
yeah.
They just went.
few days.
They just. You didn't see his face, man.
Yeah,
I
they
do
14
got-
and 8. They are
Hold-
14 wins out of the last 18 games.
Sure.
Okay, so
And good.
I'm sorry to interrupt you
Good.
Nah,
about the Knicks. Is that a true story about Cap? I just
No.
I don't like
I didn't hear no story. What
No.
story?
that he came out as being gay.
No, absolutely
Who
not.
said that?
Getting married.
He getting married, right?
Once
Okay,
again,
that's what I'm talking about, man. That's why I don't
Who
like.
said? I didn't even
believing
hear that.
stories.
Somebody
I
said
didn't
something.
hear it either,
First
but
I heard
Nah,
it.
I saw that too. It's,
You
Where?
saw it, right?
yo, you know, there's so much cap going on.
Yeah.
Like they try to trigger you and whatnot. They put false narratives out all the time.
Right.
They'll be reading stuff, you know. Y'all never heard something that didn't come to happen?
Well, if it's anything, what you talking about on this thing?
Yes.
I don't pay attention to that.
Yeah. Me.
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to that. I tell you, that's
Listen.
social media. 90% of it is not true.
Yeah,
They
man.
just
It's
90% of
crazy
it's
out
not
there,
true.
man.
That stuff is based on his mannerisms. actually.
Yeah, but it's just
You look at
yeah.
it, the way his mannerisms. And his,
But
You
Right.
see, have you seen his fiance?
no, I haven't.
Oh, she bad.
Yo, my
Oh,
whole
she bad.
right, my whole.
no, I
point-
haven't seen him either.
She bad. Tiny.
My whole point is, it
But I didn't
doesn't
have-
matter. It doesn't matter
I
if
don't-
he's
Oh my
gay or
God.
not.
I don't
Let the
think-
man
I
play
don't-
ball.
I don't think
That's
Surge
that
want none of
that's
that
no
smoke
no
and
no. You
fat
know what?
shit
I'm
in
gonna tell you something because we all know the Rock Hudson story. So after Rock Hudson,
No.
you can't believe nothing.
Right,
Anything
right,
is possible
right.
out
That's
here.
true.
He was
Broke everybody's heart. All the
Go ahead, Green. Talk to us.
What up, Greg?
good afternoon, my brother.
Mr. Green.
Good afternoon.
Right.
Yes, it's me.
I want to just say, let me just not to interrupt you, but we appreciate, you know, what you did send. We know your card is working again. And we happy. We are really happy about that. I did get mine. I'm thirsty no more. And yeah. we'll call you for the restaurant so you could you can pay the tab. Listen,
They doing
I'm
it from the last time you talked
listen,
about them.
I'm by committee. I'm by committee with Jim here. We we're gonna trust the process, and we're gonna wait 2 to 3 years to see what happened. We already know that we just can't do it next year, but we're gonna wait and we're gonna see. We on the come up, and we ain't gonna Wall Street. Well, so this well, hold on 1 second. So this is what we're gonna do. Being that it's an even playing field now, I'll bet some water the Super Bowl before y'all. And
Wow.
That sounds like a good bet.
right. The water could run dry for them. I'll bet that you sure did.
You leave that.
No,
Down the
in fact, hold on. Hold on.
You hung up on him?
What do you think? Hold on.
Got him first.
Matter of fact,
Wow.
while you at it, if nobody else don't think about it and whatnot, we're gonna. All right. So what I'm saying is,
You can't do that to your calling. What about?
no. I agree, and I'm gonna take your call now. But I just wanted to say this part. It might be some fake water. Now you can call back.
Not only that, it might be a long time before either one of y'all get to pay that bet off.
It sure will be. But shout out to Ron Brockington. But yeah, Green,
your bet by the
yeah.
time either one of them.
Yeah, probably so. But yeah,
But they just gotta
yeah,
make it,
Green,
right?
you can call back.
Just make it. Right?
Shout out to
I
Troy
guess.
James who's
But
watching.
San Francisco definitely got.
Well, they
Better
been there
chance
what?
of
No, he said win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he said win.
Oh,
He ain't say
I
get
thought
to
you
it.
said you had to make it.
Right.
No, you got to win.
Win.
But it don't matter. That ain't happening in the next decade.
I think both of them got a chance before Pittsburgh.
Don't
Hey,
Go ahead. Don't
all right, Green. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I had to clean that up. But go ahead, Green.
Over here.
No doubt. Listen, I ain't gonna feed you water. That's all I got.
That's true. That's true. Before you go there, I want you to tell me, how do you know what his finances are and what his investments are doing? I just need to know, how do y'all know that? Where you see that at? 64. 8 years. No. But I can never. No, but listen to this. Listen to this. That answer. That answer. Listen. If you just heard Serge tell you what the purses are, why wouldn't they do that? And that's something that he was doing all his life, and he figured he's the best at it. If I could get $300 million showing up, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not the art that he was doing his whole life, and he could get $180 million for it because people are willing to put that money up. Anybody who was doing that will come out of there and do it also for $180 million. I don't think he's doing it. I don't think he's doing it because he has. Listen. You gotta understand something. You didn't hear this. You didn't hear this earlier, I guess. After this fight, where's the next fight? He's not fighting them young cats. He's not gonna fight them young guys in that division. That's not happening. He's not fighting those guys.
Well, what he would probably do.
That he's not fighting those guys.
But then that
It's gonna be house,
and that shows
and
you.
that's it.
Yeah, but look, that shows you. Hold up, Green. That shows you he's only coming back to make the money. That's
Listen,
it.
let me ask y'all a question. Y'all been around huh? What you gotta understand something. What you gotta understand something. You're not listening. You're talking and you're not listening. When you made $100 billion, when you made $100 billion, you don't have $1 billion because a lot of that money is going to taxes first off. You never have what you make, and you should know that. And you spend money. So he doesn't have he made $1 billion. He doesn't have that. You got to understand that. Okay, you got to understand that. Now you got to understand something about Mayweather, and you've been around. We've all been around. The guy is very shrewd in the business and what he does. He's not fighting those bums. You think he's gonna fight them, go in the ring and fight these young, hungry guys, the risk getting hurt or whatever? He's not doing that. He ain't gonna be able to make no money off them.
That means he's not. That means he's not doing it for the love.
It ain't for the love. It's not. Who said it was for the love?
But that's the whole point.
He's
coming back
for
to make money.
For money, but not to say that he's broke and he needs the money. It's because it's an opportunity for him to make money.
I'm gonna tell you again. He don't have the money he had before.
Okay,
period.
And I can tell you this: he's not broke. Period.
That's why.
And I can tell you this: he's not broke. Period. And he's not starving. Period. Okay. If you want a chance to make money, you make money. I don't care how old you are. If you have an opportunity to make money, you make money.
Hey Ty, after you have that fight with the Relic, I want the next fight. How about that? I want to get in the ring the next time. After you
line him up.
I want to
I'm knocking him down. Line him up. I'm knocking him down. Line him up.
Oh my God.
I'm knocking him down.
Tiny,
Line him up.
Tiny, he's retiring after this.
Hold up. Yeah, hold up. I never said he was going to lose. I just said after he fight, I want the next fight.
But Todd will be a tomato can after that.
You gotta line him up and knock him down, bro.
Taj won't be in the next fight.
I'm a little surprised at y'all. Y'all don't understand. Mayweather, what he does about it.
No. Hold on. Listen to me. Mayweather was a smart businessman.
Yes.
He's good with
We
his
agree on
business.
that.
He was the one that negotiated the big money fights that he made.
Is it?
I'm not taking nothing from him as being a smart individual as he is, right? What I'm saying again, right? When you get used to having a certain amount of money and that money depletes, and because of investments that you made that might have worked or might not working right now, or bringing back the revenue, hold on,
Go ahead.
bringing back the revenue that you're supposed to, and then this fight comes along, what you think he gonna do? Yo, let me get this fight, bring my money back
what
up.
you're saying is you're making assumptions. You're not bringing me no proof. You're making assumptions.
Well,
You're not bringing me no proof. You're not bringing me nobody. You're not bringing me no proof right now.
So how is you proving or dispelling that he's not doing it for the money? That
When you say he's doing it for the money, it's not the same as he's doing it because he's broke. That's a difference.
well,
I never.
If I
said
got
he
a
was
chance to
broke.
make $180 million, I'll go ahead and make $180 million.
but see-
I'm saying he's not doing it because he's
you,
broke.
What you're saying,
That's what I'm
sir,
saying.
What you're saying is when people say he's broke, it's like a state of the mind, not necessarily broke. Like he's
It's
broke
one or the
because
other. Broke is broke. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Look.
State of the mind.
Alright.
Broke is
I tell
broke.
you,
If
I
he's
can
making-
give
Either
you
you got
So-
money or you
So,
broke.
Hold on,
so
hold on.
when I say state of the mind and it's broke because he's not broke like we're broke. So they
I ain't
say,
broke.
all right,
Yeah, I ain't broke. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not broke.
I'm broke.
I just-
I'm broke.
when I say that,
broke.
we can all say
If you-
whatever. I just need to see the proof.
I'm broke.
I just
Listen.
need to see the proof.
if you got Mayweather money, you got Mayweather money. Are you rich?
You know
Okay, so
what is
So
that?
it's a
Not
state of
really.
the mind.
No,
All right.
that's not even considered rich. His money's not considered rich. Even the $1 billion he's made is not rich.
Spending more than what you bringing in,
Right.
you're going to grow eventually down the line.
And that is why he's fighting because the
Who
money's not
show
coming
me
in.
the proof? Who says that?
I want you.
That's what I'm
hold
saying.
on,
I
hold
need to see
Wait a
proof.
minute, wait a minute.
Anybody can make
Hold
a
on, hold on,
statement.
hold on.
I need to see proof.
I'm gonna give you proof.
The
I'm gonna
things
give.
that he has
Those are like I said. Have you seen anywhere where he's liquidating any asset?
Yeah, he sold a jet. He owes a bunch
We
of
not-
people money.
If you broke, you
Right.
start liquidating
So-
assets. That's when you broke.
get the
You
fight.
start liquidating assets when you're broke.
That's what you spent. Before your money
We don't
gets
know that.
All right, so
Is that you just we don't know
Right,
that.
but-
way I'm looking at it.
But like,
Ain't
so
nobody
in
showing
the
me
same
that.
sense, why is anybody showing you anything? Because like, you're not on his financial level. So like, how is somebody got to prove something to you
Oh.
about?
It
what's
ain't
going
about
on?
proving something. If you're gonna
Because
make a
no,
statement,
because you keep
if you're
saying-
gonna make a statement, show it where they saying
Well,
he.
just
I
like-
nowhere what
so-
I've seen
so-
and nothing that was written about him that says he
Hold on,
doesn't have any money.
Wait.
What happened was-
Hold on. Let me get the
Right.
answer. Let me get the answer to try. Hold on. Let me get the answer to try.
Okay.
That's number one. That's from them cats from Dubai. Because he gotta pay that money back, whatever money that they own, that he didn't have problems with. So they want their money. Number two, he put an investment supposedly of $405 million in the apartments in New York City,
A city block.
right?
Yeah.
A city block.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, so now look it up and see what it made and see what he got to do and see how much he lost already. You can Google it.
Okay, I
That's
know.
going to show you how much money that he's basically losing right now. He's not.
So you
he's
say
not-
that he lost all his money that he has?
I ain't say he
That's
lost
what it's
all of it.
saying.
I didn't
So
say
you
he
saying
lost
he's
all his
broke?
money.
He said he
That's
was
not the
broke.
only investments that he has.
Said.
That's not the
They say-
50. Because 50 say that. Because
What?
50 say that.
They
But this-
say that.
No, I said because 50 say
Right.
that.
No.
That means that's true.
They don't like each other.
Because 50,
Right, so you can
50 said it. That's true.
Because they don't like each other.
Please.
Right.
be at war with everybody right now.
That's true too.
Mhm.
And
Well,
that might
just-
be a downfall for him. You know,
50 keeps saying it, he wind up broke.
yeah, he always got something
Yeah.
to say about
So
it.
have it, so be it. But it's neither here nor there. Whether
Yeah, I'm here, Green. What's going on?
he's cap,
I got you. No, let me ask you: did you buy Floyd Mayweather's jet? Because he sold it. You know, he sold it. I thought you did.
That's because you broke.
Yeah, I thought you was in the rich people. My bad.
Man,
I love $500 million.
When you got money like that, you don't want to be on a plane with other people. You want to be on a plane by yourself. No, that's you. That's you. That's you. That's you. No, that's okay. That's you. When you get that money, you don't want to ride on a plane with people.
yo, Green,
Money.
Scottie Pippen was legit.
You know what I mean? None of them people don't that.
All right, so I mean, all right, but I mean, it's all good.
Yo,
But like,
Green, what was your question,
I always
Green?
said this. This is
Yeah.
one thing before you go to the baseball, and I'll leave it at this. This is one thing I always say. For somebody who gets punched in the face for a living, I don't question about them how they spend their money, and they taking blows to their face. They can spend their money any kind of way they want, and you getting punched in the face for a living.
you my all right.
So what's your question?
Yeah, let's
Green?
go, Green. What's your question?
You know, I don't put a lot of weight on spring training because that's just exhibition every day.
Good answer.
You don't see the main guys play all the time. But I'm gonna tell you, I like what we got. I do. I don't know what they're gonna do about this kid Jones, if they're gonna send him back down to the minors because he's hitting home runs
Spencer Jones. Huh?
like every other day, it seemed like. And I just want to see what our pitching look like. I want to see what Cole look like. I want to see what Rondon look like. I want to see what Gill look like. I want to see what all these guys look like at the beginning. Schistler, all of them. I want to see what it looked like at the beginning of the season. Because if our pitching is but they got rid of him, and he's on the Mets, and he gave up a home run the other day, and they was getting on his case about that.
The Mets want to give him back.
Yeah, they got that headache. That's not our headache no more. I'm comfortable with Dotel and Bernard. I am, and we still got some other guy. I think Loizaga gonna come back and have a good season. I think we got enough pitching. The pitching's not the problem. My problem is, are we gonna hit enough to actually win the whole thing? Because I don't see. We're going to make the playoffs. That's not a doubt. I don't have a doubt about that. Even as good as Toronto and Boston has gotten, it doesn't matter. I still think we're as good, if not better, than both of them. We should still be able to. My thing is, do we got enough to win the whole World Series? If the pitching holds up, we do. I honestly believe that if we can stay healthy with our pitching, we can win.
Green. Yo, Green, I heard the Dodgers are broke. Oh, no.
I don't think it's open.
No, go ahead.
Sometime in May, but they don't have one owner. They got a conglomerate.
Yeah, Magic
They got
part of
like
that.
10 guys that own all that together.
Yeah. Magic part on
That's why
them.
they got so much money. It ain't no single thing like the Yankees and the Mets.
Cole is forecast for like
That's what they're saying. Ooh, I didn't think it was. I'm loving it. I'm not gonna lie. I think we got enough to make a lot of noise. I really do.
A shout out to OJ Jimenez
We'll
who's
see,
watching.
Green. I mean, it's always about injuries. Injuries always is the bottom line. If we stay healthy, we can play with anybody.
All right.
Always.
You know, I'm more worried about him because he's talking
He
about he
hurt
can't
already.
even open
Said
a
the
bag of
audio's
chips.
going in and out.
No,
Yeah.
no, yeah,
It was on.
that
It's
was
on.
that was the phone. That's the
Yeah,
phone.
the phone you can't hear. My wife said you
All
can't
right.
hear the phone.
So, all right, Green, but we're gonna let you go because we need to see if we can clear up the phone issue. All right. Yeah, Green.
Green.
I want to alter my bet. I'm gonna bet you a couple of empty bottle waters. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you though. All right,
All right,
All right, Green.
all right.
Be careful out there.
Yes, sir.
So, all right. So, I mean, that was interesting because yeah, the Yankees are looking fairly good, and anybody else want to comment about them and like the pitching? You know, I guess the pitching is important. Hold us, and then the hitting.
Everything like in every sport. Preseason, you can't go by preseason
No, not at
because
all.
you never know who's coming out of preseason healthy. All it takes is one person to get hurt, and then now everything you look good in preseason. Now you get hurt when the season starts, and now your season's done right there.
Yeah.
So we got to see what happens. You know, baseball's a long season.
162 games.
Yeah. You know, they just talking about that. I don't know if you heard this morning of they eyeballing to see like what the Warriors are gonna do if they see like if they can hold that 8th spot, try to get back. But if they fall out of it, they may sit them down for the rest.
All right,
You know.
all right, caller. Who we have on the line? Lonnie,
All right.
What's up, my brother? How you?
talk about it.
They should
All
be able
is
to
well,
hear
bro.
that.
Wow.
All right. All right. So yeah, interesting. That is
Well,
true.
One thing about the Yankees with not beating the Blue Jays, the biggest difference, and is what we really need to improve on, is our fielding and our base running, because we gave away a few games to those guys because we don't run the bases smart and we make a lot of mistakes in the field. Not No, that's true. We didn't do a lot of clutch hitting in the playoffs, but I still think that base running might have been better than 2 years ago, but it still wasn't that good. It was a last year, kid. Our infield was rated last in the American League on the left side. Not like that was. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping that our fielding pick up, because if it does, that'll help out a lot. Because we give away games that we don't have no business giving away, for real. Yeah. Oh no, no, for sure. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. We should be better defensively this year too. But I'm hoping that McMahon is a big difference third base over what we had as far as fielding, because I don't expect him to. Yeah, and let's see. He ain't gonna get that. He's gonna hit 230 and get 20 to 25 home runs.
The problem with the Yankees, if they don't change their philosophy, it'll be the same thing as always. They got to know how to play small ball sometimes. And if you change the philosophy, you're going to have the same outcome, because that's what you need to do when you get in the playoffs.
Right.
You got to play small ball in the playoffs to win. If you ain't going to win.
They ain't built that.
He didn't. So you saying that he should stay in the minor leagues? Like,
How old
so
is that kid? How old is
yeah.
he? All
right. So how long do we hold him down until he get an eye? Right now?
Center field.
That big guy?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, he's
Yeah, but Chris.
He's outfielder.
Oh, he's still young. He's 24. He's still young.
No, he ain't. But the clock is ticking. So like, I think
that guy's huge.
He's a DH, ain't he?
He can play the outfield. I don't know about
He's not gonna play every day.
He's not gonna come off the ball.
Well, he could DH. Who's the DH? What's you call him hurt, right? Who's the DH?
John Carlos.
Well, he
Last year, what's the other guy?
Goldsmith was playing first base. I thought he was going to retire. Yeah, I know.
Well, you could, you ain't got to play him every day, but I try to squeeze him in there for a bat if he got that bat. The DH.
All right. Well. Bathroom count. Anybody on the bathroom count? Anyway, but yeah, that's a good point. But I guess if Dominguez is being sent down, I mean that's not really uplifting. And all right, so who's the odd man out? You say Jones is going down.
But how many outfielders do the Yankees actually have right now?
You got Grissom, you got Judge, you got Bellinger.
Dominguez.
Who? Okay.
Interesting. We gonna see.
So you think they're just gonna carry 4 outfielders or 5 outfielders?
They're going with Grissom.
Who? Who did you say? He's gonna start the season on injured reserve? He can't even open up a bag of chips.
He said he can't swing the bat because it's his elbow. So exactly. Okay, let me ask you this. He's gonna maintain being on he is or every year. Guaranteed. Okay. Okay.
He got to be able to make a major league throw.
He's not gonna play the outfield. I don't.
If you counting on him, dog,
It was so. How many times did Stanton play the outfield? Really?
well, let me ask you. The kid Jones keep ripping that ball. He's gonna make them make a decision.
That's what
You
I
understand
think.
what I'm saying? All right. It don't listen.
Hey,
for me, it don't matter because I'm not a Yankee fan, so it don't matter.
All right, Lonnie.
It's
You
true.
coming in on the water, you know it's a flavored water now, right? Everybody,
It doesn't matter to me,
everybody
really.
can't get the same treatments. All right, no doubt. All right. But I'm with you. I'm with you to a degree, but I don't think Stanton's gonna be playing the outfield. If that dude played 20 games in the outfield, it would be amazing. I need time. Okay. Well, we don't even want him running in a hit and run situation. That's what.
But if you're trying to say they got to improve their depth, but you're going to send a guy down, I'm confused.
Yeah. Well, I just want to. Well, that guy from the Blue Jays gonna play outfield.
If you I don't see
All right.
Well, how many?
At least 5.
Usually 5.
And I just there's gonna be a lot of broken glass, but I want to say that I know a guy that got tickets for the Mets and Yankees. All right, 140, just in case. In May. In May. Yeah, at City Field. Yankees come and invade City Field. Yeah,
It's expensive for everything. You know?
Right, you know.
It's,
not for first row Todd.
The tariffs are going up still. Come on.
Dave's talking about who's rich. He's the one rich because he go to baseball, football, basketball.
We gotta.
I don't got long money like him.
I'm broke.
I ain't got long money like him.
I'm broke.
Yeah,
Come on.
look, that's white broke. You got season tickets to every sport.
I'm broke.
Sell those assets.
I'm broke. Matter of fact, March 20th, I got tickets for you for the second row, Todd. Because we sitting in the second tier. All right, anybody interested? But I'm broke. But anyway, yeah, May is I believe it's that Saturday. We're gonna do that game. Shout out to my boy Cleo Small. Shout out to Scotty Scott, Darian Brown, and OJ Jimenez, who's watching. Antoine, the Quiet Storm Monroe. Shout out to him also. Oh, shout out to Mousy in the building. D Gores.
Mousy.
I ain't gonna dish you like that, man.
No. All right. Wait a minute. Now, I'm running out. There ain't gonna be no D versus D in the undercard. Undercard to yo.
We got a lot of undercards around here, man. It's gonna be a hell of a. It's gonna be a long fight night. That night.
Yo, I went to that fight with Floyd for to Timo Lopez and Tank fought Lopez and they must have had 30 fights, man. The fight didn't go on to 2 o'clock. They started like 5 and then go on to 2 o'clock.
That's crazy. I can't.
Yeah, it was.
By the time the main event, everybody's sleeping.
Well, the stadium was
9 o'clock.
empty.
Now it's like midnight. I'll be falling asleep.
Yo, but they had.
I can't either.
They had a little friction going on, and we didn't get out of it at 2 o'clock. It was really.
It'd be crazy,
really
man.
bad.
I can't stay up for those fights.
Don't watch the undercards. Go to sleep. And set your clock
You have to.
11:45.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Right, but Lonnie, we gonna try to get together, man. We'll bring you up here, just drill you on some Yankee, questions, because I'm sure the Sports Star got them lined up, just like the Billy Martin thing, and we're gonna just run you around the thing. But flavored water, my brother, flavored water. All right, lemon, lime, rum punch. Let's talk about the Knicks right quick before we let you go. They did lose to San Antonio on New Year's Eve, but they did beat them for the cup, and they beat them just yesterday. So do you think they have their number better than maybe OKC and Detroit? Well, we just got props to the Knicks, but what do you see? I mean, I thought they played
Do you see them
a
coming out
better
the East?
game. Yesterday was a better game than they played against many teams.
And don't talk like a fan. Do you see them coming out of the East? Now, you got to talk. Don't be delusional.
Shout out to Cleo Sport. He said, yes, they will come out the East. Go, Cleo.
I just want to,
and yeah, that was the fight me and you was at, Cleo.
We know teams make series,
Shout out to
no, say that. You got other. It ain't just Detroit, and I get it. You definitely did. And
so let's look at that.
Yeah.
Did we get help from somebody? Like
I think y'all got some help last year when y'all beat them in the playoffs.
Without question.
Hey. Is that coming from the hating side of the room?
Yeah, it is.
In the water. I don't know.
I'm just saying there was a call that wasn't made that should have been made.
How many games did the Knicks win in that series?
It's going to be interesting. I'll tell you that. And
at least
sound
they
like
got help.
No, it's going to be interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's going to be interesting.
What you gonna say?
That's true.
Pittsburgh
you got to call the talker.
Well, hold on, G Money. What you got? What you got? Philly coming out?
No,
see y'all in the first round.
I ain't say that. I'm just gonna say that the East is kind of wide open. Detroit, if Cade ain't playing his A game, they don't have no one else, and that's the problem. If he's not on his A game,
don't depend on that.
What he's gonna always be on his
Don't
A game?
depend on that.
What you mean?
Right, that's what I mean. So that's why it's open.
He said if he's not on his A
Don't
game.
depend on him not being on it. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, really?
Don't depend on that.
You think
Don't depend
so?
on that.
No, but this is.
If that guy who Cade, unless he's hurt, if he's playing, he's gonna be doing his thing.
But
Don't count on that.
but-
Don't count on that.
No.
Don't
check it
count
out.
on that. Don't count on that.
Check it out though.
We got 5,000
The
pieces to
rules-
give
the
us.
That's
rules-
hard to count
the
on somebody
rules
not
is-
being on it.
The
I
rules
won't
is
count
the
on that.
rules is gonna be to make sure that he gives up the rock.
Well,
Hold on, the same thing with Jalen, with Brunson,
Yeah.
when they was in their 7th game, we had to make him give up the rock, make everybody else beat us.
Who is we?
So
You heard that, right? You heard that. You heard that slip, right? You
I'm
heard that
talking like
slip.
I was the coach. But anyway, if they need that second man, who they have as the second man?
Who? Detroit. Yeah, they got a.
Yo,
they
Lonnie,
got a-
let me
they
take
got a-
this
they
next
got a-
call.
They got a
Second
flow
man.
of playing.
I got. Lonnie, let me get this.
Play.
Two,
All right.
and
All
that's
right,
Cade.
peace.
Not
You know
just
what I'm
that. Yeah, he's the go-to. They got their big man that plays well.
Right,
They got
but he's-
Harris
he's-
still playing
he's
well.
on the
Hold on.
inside. Big
Yeah.
man is on the
Yeah,
inside.
hold on.
Jumpers.
Thank you. Next caller. Who we have on the line? Cleo, talk to us.
Somebody-
My brother.
That was last
year.
Last year.
Everybody else.
I was talking about the Detroit Pistons series. That series was close the entire way. like the Knicks blew them out any of those
No, they
games.
didn't blow 'em out. They got all the games.
So call.
And then you go.
Finally. I tell you how this team goes, how they play. If this guy don't play hero ball, I feel like the Knicks got enough weapons to have a chance. And you know who I'm talking about.
No, I don't think you know who you talk about, sir. I think I know who you talk about.
Brunson, he should know. He don't know who I'm talking about. Yeah, hero ball.
Oh.
Who's only one guy? If he doesn't play hero ball, I truly believe the Knicks do have a shot. But if he takes it upon himself to feel like he got to beat everybody, that's going to be detrimental to him. That's just my. Get a shot. It's just what I really I don't take like the regular season, a 1-game series. When you talk about series, it's a different animal because they're gonna make adjustments and adjustments will be made. And he just gotta hold his head. You know what I'm saying? And if he plays the right way, it's funny, but I wanted to bring this up to everybody, to all of us. When I think about, we was talking one day, like we was talking about point guards, like true point guards.
Right.
And he is the point guard of the team.
Yes.
As a point guard, and that's a position I played and I know,
Uh-oh.
you got to make sure that you get your plays. You can always get your shot. I always felt I can always get my shot when I want my shot, but I got to make sure I keep my teammates involved first and feed them first. Because once that ball go around and whatever it does, when it come back to me, then I can take my shot and do what I do.
All right.
But you got to make sure you get your team
Question.
involved. Go ahead.
So should we 86 the pay-per-view and just do a basketball game and let you rock out, be the point
Nah,
guard?
I'm a feed y'all. I'm
just saying, I'm with that. I'm with
what
that.
I'm
You know, me
Yeah,
and G will spot up and shoot.
I'll give it
Coach
to you.
Kurt will play the post. Mongo be the
But I just
rebound.
hate when this guy just come and just.
Oh, wait a second. This is the
just
senior
jack-
citizen circuit. Why?
I
That
just hate that
Knicks
ball he plays.
that
I
Knicks
hate it.
Bucks game
All right.
was an anomaly thing.
He's telling the truth because what's going to happen with Detroit? And you see the Knicks.
Okay, you could coach.
No. What happens is
I'm saying you could
especially
coach.
with the Knicks, teams that play physical with Brunson and pushes up on them and sometimes double him to get the ball out of his hand, right? They're gonna have problems with it because he dominates the ball.
Ball dominant,
So
correct.
once you move the ball around, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Once you move the ball around,
You got any trivia?
no, I ain't been.
All right, come on. Let's. back to the mic,
around,
coach. Like this is a coach's corner. Go ahead.
Once you move the ball around, it makes it easier for the other guys to score. It gives them confidence. So when you need them later on in the game, they still in the flow. If you dominating the ball, nobody's in the flow because you got the ball in you so much.
So I wanna go away from the pay-per-view
Okay.
and do the basketball game.
We can do whatever you want.
Sure. Go ahead, man.
Well,
Alright,
that's the only dilemma I have with the Knicks. I'm not saying that they can't come. They can come out. I'm not. It's just the way I feel it's in Brunson's hands and how he decides to play this game and get his team involved. Because when one thing I can say about the Knicks, when he gets the whole team involved, they play beautifully.
Right.
They look so good. And then when he goes back to him trying to beat the whole team,
Hero
they look
ball.
so bad.
They be in trouble.
They look so bad. And then you try to give a guy the ball when there's 3 seconds on the clock and he can't. He
You
got to
don't trust
force up a shot.
Right.
Yeah,
It's a trust issue.
exactly. So you know it's in his hands. It's in his hands. And
That-
they're gonna, of course, they always want to blame Cat. You know what I mean? But it
Well-
ain't Cat's fault.
Oh, man.
It's his fault.
Well, didn't they say him and Cat had beef in the locker room? Is that
Last
true?
week. They
Last
said
week.
That argument
Right.
plays.
Well, what your sources tell you? The Towns was saying that Cat that Brunson was shooting too much. What is it? Right.
But when they put a little person on him, he don't need to be on the outside. He needs to be on the post. And when they disrespect him when they put a little person on him. Always. That is so crazy to me. If you put a little person on me and I'm his height and I know it's not his game, I'm still gonna get in a post and I'm gonna
At least get a
come
foul.
on. It's no way.
You just answered the question, so I ain't even gotta say nothing.
I know, but still,
his
like,
game.
come
If
on.
you don't got a low post game, what you gonna do?
Right.
If you don't have that game, what you gonna do?
Get a
It's like,
foul.
it's
You
like
don't
we
give
say
him
the
a
same
foul.
thing about Bridges. Yo, he don't like contact. He's a finesse player. He's not a guy that's going to break you down and go to the hole. He's not that type of player. He's a finesse. He's great on shooting that corner
Mid-range.
Right.
Corner three.
He'll go to the basket on a break. He'll go to the basket on a pick or whatever, and somebody's cutting down the middle. But he's not going to break nobody down and go to the hole. He's
No,
not.
he don't do that.
That's not his
That's not
game.
it. No, it's not.
Okay.
So it does. So
You need to play those two together.
that was a great pick.
Why they don't play Clarkson though? I don't know, like how he got how.
He's not playing defense, and maybe he couldn't get his offense going. But he wasn't a great
Defensive player.
He's a better defensive player. Awesome.
When them guys were playing, when they were playing, they had guys hurt, so they had to play them.
Lonnie said, "Ain't nobody littler than
Now,
me."
and
guarding
listen, What's-it-called ain't even
me,
come
no
back yet. And he
defense.
should be back for the playoffs, McBride. So you're gonna have other people losing their minutes. You know what I mean? It's a you can't play it. You ain't gonna be able to play everybody.
I was good.
So what's-it-called Kolick lost his minutes when they got Alvarado. You know what I mean? So Clausen gonna lose minutes.
I think he lost his minutes before Alvarado came.
Yeah, because when everybody got healthy and came back, it's just a numbers game.
So right.
You
So
know.
so that was gonna ask. Does Mike Brown tends to shorten his bench,
Every
right?
coach does.
Yeah, in the
Right.
playoffs.
So like you said, it's either gonna be Alvarado or
And when Deuce come back, if he's healthy,
Cats
he's
don't
playing.
Somebody else is gonna
Right.
get a minute.
Right.
playing.
So then you're going to be like, oh, why you not bringing this guy in? Oh, he should have brought this guy. This dude had a good, regular season, blah, 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 blah. So
Audio's going in.
it's going to be
Somebody's gonna lose their minutes.
yeah, somebody's going to lose minutes.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's because
All right.
Quickly, appreciate it.
Look,
March 20th, let me know. I know. All right.
About a month ago, Todd, you came in here.
Talk
You
to you later.
said,
Peace.
Well, that's it.
I understand why Jalen's always shooting the ball because they not looking for it. You
Nah,
understand?
I never said that.
Yeah, that's
they
what
not
you said.
looking for.
Like
Like
they-
they not looking.
Right.
No,
they're
what
not
I said, what
asking-
they do when he passes the ball,
They
They don't
give
have
it
no
right
time.
back. They give it right
Right,
back.
they give it
though.
right
So-
back. Right,
That's what
that's
I
what
So
I'm
if they
saying.
give it back, he gonna
Yeah.
shoot it.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Yeah.
too, but I don't know why they play that. They play that like that. You know what I'm saying? If I pass you the ball, work that ball around to
Right,
everybody.
right.
If I don't blame him on that case where he passed the ball and as soon as he passes it, do this, they come and give it right back to the boy. You can't put
Yeah.
the ball on the floor and do something with it.
Right, because time is
You know what I'm
ticking.
saying? Come on, you can't play like that. Y'all make it easy. That's easier for the defense. Easier
Right,
for the teams you're
right.
playing against because if he's just gonna keep getting the ball going, we ain't gotta worry about
Right,
them.
we know.
We just
right,
keep
we
him
know
up.
he getting it back,
Yeah,
and that's how you
yeah.
can say that's what happened last year when they lost because they started.
Everything
Them
that they
seven
depends
games,
on
they was
him for
pressing
everything.
Brunson
You
to
can't
give it up.
depend. That's how, it's like in anything. Like when it's close to the game, you taking out the ball. Everybody knows, depending on the team you play, who's gonna take the last shot. You got to be smart enough to fool them. You know, I know the Curry. We didn't get the ball to Curry. Everybody goes,
Right.
You got to use somebody else sometimes.
Right.
You can't use this. They know they're gonna give Jalen the ball every time.
Well, let me
You're
ask
gonna
you.
keep giving him the ball every
Well,
time.
but let me ask you. Right.
Maxim
So
shot the last shot.
no diss, but
Sure.
Jalen really not that dude. But 9 times out of 10, he's gonna get the ball. But if that was the case in Chicago, why would you not go to Mike? He getting it 10 out of 10 times, correct?
No.
Oh, Mike, yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
mean, no?
but-
But Micah get it.
Paxson
But
has
Micah
shot the
get it,
ball.
and he'll pass it to somebody else.
Paxson has shot
He
the
won't
ball.
force the ball. He won't force the ball.
Kerr has shot the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know
He'll
what I'm saying?
create for them. He
for
won't
like-
make. He might not necessarily take all the shots. He'll create for somebody because he know they're gonna key on him.
Yeah,
And he
like,
would even
right.
tell them
Mike
when we
was
seen it,
different.
he would tell them, "Yo,
When-
be ready."
When the Bulls
ready.
team wasn't
Be ready,
that good,
right.
Yeah.
Mike was taking them shots.
Yeah.
When they got better, he started trusting those players.
Right,
Because
yeah.
even
Trust
Phil
them.
Jackson said, you got to trust your players.
You got
Right.
to.
Right.
Because
All right,
everybody
well,
know. You
I
who
mean,
gonna
well,
get the last
you've
shot.
been saying it all season that Brunson needs to trust his players more.
Yes.
So,
He do.
Towns got to get a better position possibly because, like, if you putting somebody on him, say you putting somebody small on him to cover him,
You-
and then he looked like
Just
he
turn
got
around and shoot.
right
ain't gotta
because
back
he
him
got
in and try
two
to- just
because
so
he
you
looked
can
like he
shoot
got
over
two right feet on
Yeah.
two right legs on 2 left feet.
Yeah,
I'm just
he be
saying,
trying-
go to the
he be
basket.
trying-
Problem. He has the same problem that Luka has.
We're gonna get to the Lakers next.
But
But,
yeah, he has the same problem that Luka has.
Luka don't
if
play
he-
no defense.
No,
not that. If he don't get a call, he's like this.
right.
Right.
And they going down court fast break.
Oh,
Right.
oh yeah. I
They going
think
down court. I can't stand that.
I think
Instead of you just
stand
going down playing
Yeah.
defense.
Stop arguing with the
Right,
refs
you
and go
argue-
down.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't get the call. I
but
can't
I
stand
think
They
no
wouldn't used to
diss
do
to
that.
nobody, but I think Town said something about one of the ref mama. They just
They-
swallowed the
They
whistle.
won't give him the call.
they swallow the whistle.
Nah,
Right,
yeah.
he should.
Luka's the worst of that. He makes me sick.
Yes,
That's
he
why the
is.
Lakers won't win nothing. Not why he's playing. He's not winning nothing while he's playing. I don't
Yeah,
see him winning.
he complains,
He
but
complains too
but
much.
Towns do complain
Too
a lot.
much.
and
Yeah, he
that-
complains a lot
But
too.
you right. But you're right. He doesn't have to back him down, but he needs to just
Just
get
turn
it and
around and
turn and
shoot.
shoot
Get
over them.
Get in a deep enough position where as soon as you get it, you can just go up.
And you know what's
But they
funny?
be pushing him out.
On top of right.
Yeah.
Yeah, on top of what he's saying, Luka complains too much. He shoots the most free throws in the league.
Ain't that crazy?
That's
and he's
crazy.
complaining.
And he
he's
complains
complaining.
all the time.
Shout out to Kenneth
He just
Flowers
won't go
who's
down court.
watching.
Now they're
Yeah,
going
he'll
4 and
stand
5.
there.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
Allen,
know.
Janice Smith,
I can't
Linda,
stand that part of his
Augustus
game.
Harden
Oh,
watching.
yeah, I hate
Hey,
it.
Linda.
It irritates me.
Yeah.
What, I tell you another thing that irritates me about the game. Guys get into the middle of the lane,
Oh, my God.
won't shoot the ball, but
And
throw
kick
it
it
out
out
to the
for a
3-point line.
And all they got to do is go
All they
like
gotta do
this.
is go
I've
right
always
out.
complained
Oh,
about it.
God.
Throw it right out to
Somebody
the
did that
3-point
the other
line.
day. I was like, yo, it was horrible.
And it
I
don't
mean, he
matter
was
what
right
team,
there.
they all do.
Yeah.
it.
Alvarado did that the other day
Yes.
a couple of times.
Yes, he
Got
did.
right there and threw it out.
Threw it out to the
I said, oh,
3-point
my
line.
God.
Yeah.
You got to be crazy.
Easy 2 points.
They
I
won't
don't
shoot
understand
it.
that
I
game.
don't understand that, man.
I'm shooting it
Look,
every time.
Right. It's embedded. It's embedded
You?
in them to kick it
So
out.
am I.
Yeah.
I'm shooting that ball every
It's
time.
embedded
I get in the
in
lane.
the-
and pass it
I thought you
out.
said you was a point guard, man.
Yeah, he is. Now, when
Now, when
No.
you get in the
Right
lane, though, man,
Listen,
you get in the lane, you got to shoot that.
but
man.
he's a point guard that said, "Man,
and
what?"
you do that, and you and Clarkson are going to have a discussion on the sidelines
Right.
watching somebody else play.
Yo,
you didn't kick
I
it
had,
out to the
I had a
point
game
line.
Saturday.
Ain't that's
And
crazy.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah, that's
You playing the game right,
right.
but
but
you wrong.
Right.
You don't
Ain't
tell
that
me that.
crazy?
That's the crazy part.
When I be seeing that, I'm like, yo,
Sit
like
down,
when did
man.
that happen? When did that became that's the game?
Yo,
Like I never seen that before.
Well, hold up.
it's prevalent everywhere because
Yes.
that's the same argument me and Mungo have about field goals.
Did y'all win?
Why you
Right.
don't take
Yeah,
3
we-
points?
Right,
What?
right.
You want 7?
No,
You
you
shoulda
right.
Go for
Should've
don't
took
go
a
for 3.
timeout and told the team,
No,
"Yo,
I
That-
sat
Right.
down.
you should have
Right.
took
It's
a
crazy.
timeout and told the team, yo, so
And
and
I
so
think
lost his
back about
confidence.
those
Could y'all help
days,
him find it?"
because, you know, no, if it was fourth and like this month, yo, they
Right.
put in the
They-
state, put
right,
in the
they
field
was
goal.
taking
Your field goal
Right.
automatically,
Right.
field goal.
Right.
Now,
Even
Now,
all the old
they could be
school
4th and 5 and they go
right,
for
they
it.
go for it.
They-
Right.
I'm like,
Everybody.
what is that?
even in the Knick game, I don't know if it was against Milwaukee or against San Antonio on a break. It was Brunson and someone else. Brunson, the other person had it ahead. Brunson didn't go with him to the basket. Brunson went out
Right
to the
at the
3-point.
line. That's what
And
they
I was
do.
like, huh?
Yeah.
Like he could have passed it back to you. You could have just
Right.
laid it up.
Right.
But
Then
you
go-
and
go
then they ain't get. They didn't
instead
even
of
score.
filling the lane.
Right.
There you
Because
go.
that's what I was
They
told.
didn't
You
score.
fill a lane.
Right.
Hell fast break.
They don't do that no more. They break out to the
To the
corner.
corner.
They
Yeah.
teach the young kids that now. They-
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Go right up the sideline. Don't go.
Right.
Don't go down the middle. When the ball's on the break, they teach them to go the ball. The ball goes up the sideline.
Yo,
I don't understand that.
But
basketball.
see, that's the thing I don't understand.
I don't
You
understand.
teaching little kids to do this. Why?
Yeah, I don't
This is
understand.
what they taught.
That's how they got.
But
beat the
why?
NBA.
Why are you? Cause, right. That's how you're gonna make the NBA.
and
By
then
going to the
and
corner.
then the little kids can't even shoot a 3.
Right. What it is? They want the middle open.
For what? So you can throw it to the corner?
But this
The
is
defense-
how they teaching them.
the
And
defense is
I
spread
have a
out,
hard
spread
time
out.
with it because this is
Really?
not how I grew up. But since they want everything,
And that's how you lose your confidence.
I'm trying to.
Yo, I had to
You
say
know,
it
I
down.
hated
Once
that.
you tell me that,
I'm the number
I'm not
one
blaming
hater
you.
of that.
You tell me I lost my confidence. Well, because he's getting shots, he won't take them. I said, what's wrong with you? Why you not taking the shot? Oh, I lost my confidence. What? You don't tell me that.
No,
Wow, man,
no.
get out of here.
Got
That's a
Have a
crazy way
seat.
to teach somebody how to play. I don't know that game.
I think I still would have called the timeout. Yo, could we find his confidence?
No,
Everybody,
no.
find it.
yo, everybody look.
He'll find it on the side, yo.
He find it. All
He'll
right.
find it on the sideline
Well,
somewhere.
I mean, I don't
That's
know.
amazing how these games have evolved.
It's
all
changed.
all
Yeah,
these
it's
sports,
changed big time.
all the sports.
Well,
You know,
so let's talk about the Lakers right quick for a second.
They
So,
you enjoy one.
I need my laughing. I need
Yeah,
my laughing.
okay, let's talk about for 2 seconds.
I don't like.
So,
I don't like.
so
watching them
what
either,
did
man.
y'all see where
Aiton.
no
Oh.
Luka got the open shot.
Luka got into it with Riddick.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did y'all,
When?
did
Oh,
you see-
yes.
Oh, the coach.
yeah,
They got into it.
Oh, yeah. Who was they playing that game?
Sacramento last night.
Oh, I didn't see the game last night. No, I didn't see that game.
And then he tried to, I think he tried to talk to him. He tried to, and Luka like, get off of me, like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
He
he was
sat
hot.
down on the
Right,
sideline,
and he was-
and then the coach and Reddick came and said something to them, then walk away. Then Luka got up, but Vanderbilt got up and got in his way.
Oh, he was gonna follow the coach.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
was gonna
really?
follow. And
Yeah.
Vanderbilt got right up and got in his way, act like he was doing something else. But he got up. As soon as he
Right,
got
right.
up, he got up.
And y'all won 2 in a row. But do you think, like, of course, LeBron should have his goodbye tour. So,
What, for next year?
well, I mean,
Well,
how
it's
long
too
is he
late
gonna?
now. I
Right.
don't want him on the team next year.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
Going to Cleveland.
I don't
I
let him. This should be cut ties after this season.
This is me.
I wouldn't.
I don't know how Ty feel about it. This
Well,
is
he's a
me.
Laker.
I
Go
know he's
ahead.
a Laker fan.
So you shouldn't say
I
because
would
no,
trade him.
because
I
you
would
should
trade him
say
to
because
try
he
to
must
get
have to
something
come
for
to
him
the
right
Knicks.
no,
now.
I
Do
don't
you
want
want
him on
him?
the
I
Knicks.
want him on the
Okay.
team next
I
year.
don't want him on the
All right.
Knicks either.
All right,
Go
well,
ahead,
let's
say what you gonna
toss
say,
it.
Kurt.
I think the Lakers would be better off if the ball went through LeBron rather than Luka handling the rock. Because Luka
He
holds the ball.
too.
He holds the ball,
too.
and he's trying to debate the guy because he comes up and he holds the ball and tries to lean into the guy for a foul.
Foul.
At least LeBron moves the ball around.
I
Right,
agree with
he's
you.
moving the ball.
You got 3 guys on that team that can handle that ball. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be stuck in one guy's hand all the time.
And 3
Because they
guys
got
that
3
don't
of
play good defense neither, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Name them.
Huh? The
LeBron,
three guys who handle the ball.
Reeves, Luca,
Yeah.
and LeBron.
Yeah.
Right. The crowd might not know.
Yeah,
Because
the
at
three
least
guys that handle the
Luca's
ball.
a better outside shooter than LeBron. Why you got LeBron in the corner just standing there in the
Yeah.
corner?
Yeah,
'Cause
he
he's
can
old.
shoot. But he can still
Let him handle
distribute
the ball, then.
But he been losing the ball a lot too.
Yeah,
lately.
yeah. Well,
I've been
he's
seeing a lot
always
of
been
time he
good
trying to.
turnover
Oh
guy.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But he's 41 years old, ain't
No,
he?
he's always been high in the
45
turnover rate.
playing
Always.
years.
You look on it almost every year. He was
42
near the top of turnover.
Turnover.
Right. That's why New York don't want him.
But they ain't. It's no reason to want him now.
Good.
Do you
Let
know?
him right off into the
Go
sunset,
to
like
Cleveland.
like
That's
what's
what
his
I'm saying.
name, like your boy,
Who?
the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Let them all ride off into the sunset, man.
And Rudolph.
So let me ask y'all a question. So Jerry West is the silhouette. He's the emblem of the NBA.
here
Do
we
you
go.
think they need
Here
to
No,
change?
No.
not to LeBron. No.
No.
I didn't say LeBron.
Well, who else
Oh.
you gonna give it to?
Jordan. If you give it to
If you
anybody,
give it,
gotta
if
be
you're
Jordan.
changing it, I would pick Jordan before
Gotta be
LeBron.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then maybe later on you do LeBron after Jordan, but
Do they
Jordan's
have one
All
for the
right,
women?
shout out to George Phillips.
Yeah,
I
but
just
you
wanted
don't-
to say that.
it
Rebecca
don't
Lobo,
ne-
right?
It's not
No.
necessarily a player.
Isn't
It
Lobo?
looks like Donna Taurasi, but no one knows who it
I thought it
is.
was Rebecca Lobo.
No,
No.
it's nah.
No.
It looks like Donna Taurasi, but they won't say who it
They
is.
won't say
Right.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all good with Jerry West? Or y'all saying we should leave it? We should change it?
No, if they
Oh,
want to change
Michael-
it, change it to Michael to
What
Jordan.
About,
Gotta be him.
what about the doctor?
No,
That would be
Okay.
a nice silhouette.
it would be
right?
nice.
That
but
would
he
be a
came,
nice
He
silhouette.
came in later on in his career. If he had came in
And started in the
and
NBA?
started the
Don't be
NBA,
stealing my answers. No, good.
I would have said maybe.
No,
there's
but
a
even
chance.
when he came, but you got to understand something. Even though he didn't start in the NBA, but when he came in the NBA, he changed that NBA, bro. A lot of those players that came
Yeah,
from that
they
ABA.
did.
It was
David
only
Thompson,
14.
Yo,
Right.
has everybody watched
Yeah.
that Soul Power?
I
I
did.
haven't watched it.
That was
I watched
excellent.
it.
That was great. That was
You saw
great.
it, Dad?
Very,
Not all of it, just
very,
some.
Tiny,
very
you saw it?
informative.
Yeah,
Yo, you gotta check it out.
very
Tiny.
informative.
You
Very
gotta check
informative.
it out.
A lot of great players came out of that league, man.
So I just remember with the doctor, like I was saying, I just looked it up like yesterday. I remember because he played his last game in New York. It was April 6, 1987. That same night, I was working for the phone company. So that same night,
You went to the game?
I went. The game was in the afternoon. I did go to that game.
Okay.
And then that same night, I went and saw Leonard fight Hagler and whatnot. So it was like an awesome.
Oh, that was that same
It was
night?
yeah, it was the
Oh.
same day, right? That date. Y'all look it up.
Busy that
April
day.
6, 19. It was on closed circuit TV, because
Oh.
87.
movie
Look how long
theater.
ago.
At the
that-
movie
Yeah,
theater.
yeah.
Right. We had to go to the movie
theater.
theater. Right. It wasn't like knowing a guy. And it wasn't
I remember
nobody
you had to
else.
listen on the radio, like when
Yep.
Ali and Frazier fought
Yeah.
that first fight. You had
I
to
went-
listen on the
I
radio.
went to the
To hear that
I went
fight,
to the
you know,
closed
so you
circuit
couldn't see it.
theater and saw it. I was like
Okay.
trying to
Yeah,
stay
I
awake.
remember
Man.
listening
It
to
was
that on the
crazy.
radio.
And Frazier won the first fight.
I was watching when Ali first came back before Oscar Bonavita.
Right.
Yeah, I was watching that earlier this morning.
Those were some great times, but like just to see, the doc, like he had a goodbye tour.
Doc was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so and just in retrospect, LeBron should have it, even though, like some people like, well, you say goodbye,
Well,
good
just-
riddance, correct?
Huh?
You say goodbye, good riddance.
Yeah, he need to go. I don't need to see him on the Lakers.
What's your spin? Where would you
I'm the same way.
you don't see him on the Lakers, but would he go back to Cleveland? Do we need to go someplace?
Well, that's what
Anybody
they
else?
were saying.
It's in Cleveland.
If you're gonna end your career somewhere, if you still want to play, go to Cleveland.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah.
I
Might
don't
as well
see
go
him
to
making
And he
Cleveland.
still have a shot to win the
Yes,
title with
right.
that.
yes,
Right.
they would. They would.
Well, then the Lakers gonna cut Bronny, right?
He's going to Cleveland.
He gonna follow his dad.
LeBron, Bronny made his money. He made his son 15 million.
Is that what it is? I don't even know.
What was
That's
it?
the
About 8
total-
million.
Did he have his
total
best,
of the
did
contract,
he have his
yeah.
best
Yeah.
game a
He
few
made
days
him.
ago?
He made his. He
In the
made him
NBA?
What,
money.
he had 4 points?
No, he had 20 something points, right?
Did he?
Where? And
Oh,
the-
Bronny.
and the
What in the G League?
in
Oh,
the
that's
G
where he
League.
was at?
Yeah,
Oh, I
in the
thought
G
he
League.
was
Well,
on
he
the
ain't no
team.
20
I
points.
thought
Yeah, I
he
think
played
his
on the
highest
team.
score in
Game.
the NBA.
I thought he had his best
20.
game.
He
Yeah,
had
he-
20
he-
points
he-
combined
he-
for the
That
year.
was a
man.
dream.
Let me
You
ask
was
you this
sleep-
question,
you
being
dream
that
about LeBron, Bronny?
speaking of
My
that,
God.
and how you heard the conversation with
You need to watch some Get Up
I'm
or
about to
something.
look him up.
I'm looking.
Carmelo said about his son.
Somebody
Right?
asked, where is
He'll
the
stay as
handsome
long as he
commentator
needs
you
to.
Yeah,
had
he
the
gotta
other
stay.
week?
He won't do like LeBron did.
Oh,
He gotta stay
You know what I'm saying?
is that you?
because he even had no problem.
Oh, he's on hiatus. No. He's in the
He
building.
might not
Oh,
be as
Carmelo-
good as people think he is.
Carmelo said
No,
that he
no.
wouldn't.
He's not coming out this year. He probably what? If he got to stay
I'm
3
sorry.
years, he's staying 3
I'm
years.
sorry. I want y'all all to pay attention to this.
What?
What?
This question right there. Monica McNutt. No,
Where?
is that no?
What?
Psych. No.
Where?
Where is the handsome commentator you had the other week?
That's for you.
Yeah. Did you hear? I said he's on hiatus.
Is that Kurt? Put it on Kurt.
No, it's Mousy.
It's not. No, they talk about him.
Oh, that's his.
He was sitting at the
people.
table.
Was
talking.
that's one of his girlfriends?
No. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
Oops.
Oh, it's me. I ain't got my hat on.
Now we know it's definitely not you. Your best look is this one.
I feel like if your child ain't ready, he ain't ready. Like keep him in school. Like, and now that they can make
Well,
money,
see, this is the funny part. I always thought, okay, you send a kid when you do the hardship, it was because of hard. That's what they used to call it.
Right.
Because your family needed money or whatever, blah, 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 whatever. Brownie ain't need no money.
Nope, not at all.
He's born with a
So,
silver spoon in his mouth.
So exactly. So why would you do that? Like that's why I can respect. Melo said, "I'm not doing that to my
no, I
son."
think he did it because he wanted to be the first person to have to play with his son,
Right,
father,
that's
son.
nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Selfish.
There you go.
Right.
Selfish. You know, why would you do that? Put your
You on
put
top
in
of the
that-
world, so you could
you
be
know,
selfish. I don't,
But,
you
I
know.
know I've talked to people who said if I had that power, I would do the same thing too.
Right.
I don't know if I would do that.
Plus, he opened his mouth and said, "Blondie's better than a lot of these guys out here."
You know.
Yeah,
What
but
can he is?
first of all, first of all,
How do you
he-
come out of school and you average 4 points a game?
first of all, you're not tall. It's not like he's 6'5",
And he's not a
6'4",
point
but you're not tall. You should have been taught the point guard position. Like, why he
Well,
wasn't taught that?
I could see if he was killing in college that year he played, he was killing them.
He wasn't
He had a
killing
heart
it in high
condition.
school.
He had a heart condition.
When he
so-
played, he came back and played, but he only averaged 4 points a game.
He wasn't killing it in high school,
No, he
so
wasn't.
he shouldn't have been McDonald's All-American.
He was the last.
If
guy
you
I
was
think he made.
LeBron's son, you would be McDonald's All-American too.
So
He's
like
showing
I
up.
said, why
like
he got
Tiny
it,
said,
but
you- I feel that, and I get the history part of it.
Yes.
I
Right.
get that, but I also think it was selfish.
Yeah.
Right.
I also think it was selfish.
If you're not the best guy on your high school team,
But
you're not.
if you're LeBron James and you can make your son $8 million that he wasn't going to make,
There you go.
you're going to make him $8 million.
And I get that.
And that's just
yeah.
if you being honest with yourself and you know that you could do that for your child, you would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I
And
don't care
I
who
get
you
that.
are.
I get that part of it too.
He's
I
a
get that
father.
part of
It ain't
He's
like-
a
Look,
father.
It ain't
that's-
like he was.
That's
he
$8
could've
million.
gave
I ain't
his
got to
son
give him
$8
out my
million.
Right.
pocket.
That's what I'm gonna say.
That's $8 million. I ain't got to give him out my.
Right.
Look, I
He
made
could've.
you $8
And
million.
he don't have
Yeah.
to.
He could have, but he
I
didn't
made
have
you
to.
$8 million. Right.
Right.
Now I get it.
And
I
a
get
lot
that
of people
part
is
of it.
out there and they looking at him like that, and they don't realize as a father, you would do the same thing
I get
for
that
your
part of it.
child.
And he
I
don't
get that
have to
part
And
of
I
it.
want any one of y'all in here who got a child to tell me that you wouldn't.
And he don't have to be an athlete to
You
turn that
wouldn't, Tiny?
15 into 30.
If I got money, I'm not gonna set my son up for scrutiny because that's the first thing they looked at to see how good he was going
Right,
to be.
exactly.
And once he wasn't that good, he was subject to all kind of bullshit.
Criticism.
And then the players.
Excuse me,
NBA,
sir.
How many-
and they get
Excuse
pushed
me,
back
sir.
to the
You
gym.
got you. That's.
But how many
that's
guys
facts.
is-
That's
how
facts.
many
That's
guys?
facts.
How many
So
guys
listen.
is in the league that ain't that good?
It's a-
There's a whole lot of guys in the league who ain't that good.
On top,
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't
Wait,
think
wait, wait.
Bronny's the worst player in the league.
What you call not good? If you make the NBA, you're supposed to be good.
You're
Supposed to be. Supposed to
They
be.
better than
You
anybody.
said
on
it's
this room.
supposed to be.
There's a lot
They
of
better
guys-
than anybody in this
No,
room.
Sergeant, there's a lot of guys you look on the team, you wonder how they in the league.
But the
You got
difference-
quite a
They
few
better than
players like
anybody
that.
in this room, though.
but the difference
Not
Yes,
me,
is-
Kurt.
they all better, but are they NBA players or is there a reason they in the league too? Because you got a lot of guys who you can say, yeah, he's an NBA guy, but you wouldn't pick him on your team.
True, but at the same time, all
That's
of
a
them don't have
catch-22.
father like
I-
LeBron.
Yeah, that.
You know
that-
what?
Yo,
You're
they-
right. They don't have father like LeBron.
they
But
might be,
I
they
don't
might be
knock
talking
him
about the picks
for
that the
being
Nets
who
got.
he is and doing what he does. Because, as far as I'm concerned, LeBron is more of a stand-up guy than a whole lot of guys in the league.
He isn't.
No, he is.
He is not.
He is.
This is what my brother's supposed to call.
Sir,
I
he
said
is
it again.
self-serving. He
Yo.
always has been.
Yeah, I'm
Who's
sorry.
more self-serving than Michael Jordan?
No, he
No.
is.
No.
Vaughn is.
Hold up, stop. So yeah, go over there to your mic.
He is.
Stop.
Hold
I mean,
Come on,
well,
Listen, let me tell you something. I give him props. I give him props for the amount of points. He is a good basketball player and everything. Morally, he's a fuck up. And I say this. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this with the heart, because in order for him to win a championship, he had to build a super team. He didn't build a team around him to make them into a super team. He had to build a super team. And when he built that super team, it changed the course of basketball. Now everybody got to play with who's ever the champion. Like I know it, the best wanted to play the best. They didn't want to be on the same team with the best because they felt like they was the best. We're going to play the best. This man had to go every way he went to win the championship, to play with the best, or bring these people here with me to play. That's it. Morally, no, man, he ain't a true champion.
You couldn't do that back in the days you talking about,
No,
because
you
the
couldn't.
players didn't have no power to do that.
Yes, they did. They
They-
had free agents. And if you're a free agent, you did have the power to go to where you
Did they really?
Mindset-
Did they?
They mindset.
No, they didn't.
Hold on. Their mindset wasn't to do that.
Them guys was
Back in those
Ma-
days,
Magic
they was
Larry-
owned.
they held on to their plays. Those star
That's
players.
it.
They held on to them.
But
They wouldn't let them go. No, you did that, but they weren't going because they took care of them. They wasn't letting you go. They took care of you.
I'm
It's
talking
okay.
about. I'm talking
They
about
wasn't
the
getting
star,
paid the
Hall
kind of
Fame.
money that these free agents get paid
Right.
now.
No, they wasn't.
Nowhere near that.
No.
So now,
They
them
nigga
same
like
guys who were
T.
all high and mighty back then, if they was playing now, they'd be chasing the dollar just like everybody
Oh,
else
yeah.
did.
I agree.
We talked about this.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
talked
Time
about
to
this.
go.
No, you got about 5. You
We
got 6
talked about this the other day. Like, who was the first guy to get $1 million contract back in the day, whatnot? Me and Dave had a conversation about it. I remember when
Well, I know in baseball, you talk about basketball?
20 years,
25 million,
20
25 years.
right, a year.
Something
And
like
at
something
that time,
crazy.
we thought it
That was a
big
main,
money.
yeah, that was a
Right.
stupid
But
contract.
it was
It
back
was $1
then.
million a year.
It was back then.
Yeah, but he was. If you look at it, that was a dumb contract.
Right. There's a
Right,
lot
to
to
look
look
at back
Because it's
now.
only $1
I'm
million
sure they took
a year.
care of him other ways.
But that's what I was gonna say. Magic loved being a Laker anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
He wasn't going nowhere.
No.
Well, they had a good team.
Right,
He came
right,
into a
Right.
good
It's not hard
situation.
to love that situation.
Well,
They know that.
they had stacked teams, but they already
Right.
had their stacked
Right.
teams.
They had a
So they
super
didn't
team
have to go
already.
nowhere.
Right.
So
Right.
they didn't have to go nowhere.
Right.
Yeah, but I think if I'm not right, you tell me, Serge. When you was talking about the not so much of what he did, you talking something different as far as what he did to bring teams. He's talking about the guy never got in trouble. You never heard nothing about anything written up about him. That's what Serge was, I believe, was talking about.
And I know I'm gonna sound crazy again, but the brother's married to a black woman.
Yeah.
How many pro athletes, big time athletes, you know, could say that?
Right.
Ain't too
And
many.
not just that, it's high school.
I
And he's
give him high
socially-
praise for that.
And he's
It's
socially
high-
conscious. I
And
agree.
his high school sweetheart.
I co-sign
I
on
give
that.
him a whole lot of props for
Yeah.
the person that he is. Not so much maybe the basketball player that everybody hates, but the person that he is inside and the way he carries himself.
You gotta give him
Like
props
Todd
for that.
said, you don't see him in the paper for
No.
drinking. You don't
Right.
see him for drugging.
No.
You don't see him for gambling. You don't see him for none of that.
Now-
People get mad at him because he promote himself. Well, you know what? That sounds like Floyd Mayweather to me, don't it?
Right.
Hey, you
He
gotta
said.
promote
He
yourself.
said. I don't know if he said this before, but I just seen that he said his wife is tired of basketball. So this should be it.
Maybe.
Well,
His
when you
wife
say
is tired of
should
basketball.
be,
She ain't playing.
well,
So,
right.
she want him home.
No,
Right.
that's
what
the
he
same
said.
thing that the coach of the Pittsburgh
Right.
Steelers coach.
Exactly.
She
Mike
was-
Tomlin.
His wife said
Yeah,
that.
right.
She said that's it. She
He's-
had enough.
I made
It's
that
time for
call.
them.
I made
Whatever.
But whatever.
Whatever. But she said she's won her husband home.
Right.
She-
and,
she-
and that's the
he's
reason
been
he said he
that
left.
doing this over
I
20
made
something
that
years.
call.
She
It's
might have
time
to
for
go out
us
and get
now.
a job
Proud
now
of
if he
you.
stay home.
Yeah,
You finally
so,
did something right.
That's right.
I'm proud of you,
All
Mungo.
right.
how much? Like it's
Get to the
almost like
Jets
in
to own
LeBron's
this. I'ma
case.
tell
Do the
the
same
Jets
If
thing.
his wife said that,
tell the owner to
how
sell
much
the
more
team.
money do we need? You know what I'm saying? How much more money do we need? And they still making money because he has a production company, and they ain't like he not gonna stop making money.
Nick, him coming
So
to
it's not,
LA
you
was
know.
a business decision.
Oh yes.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
When you look at it,
And that's the other thing. You look at LeBron. He brought all his boys up with him. That kid, who's the one that goes with the wake? Yeah, Rich Paul. That was his homeboy from high school. All them cats was homeboy. He brought that whole crew up with him. He didn't bring himself up and leave everybody behind like a whole lot of cats we know.
He brought D12.
He brought everybody with him.
They all work for
All right, so we all together. We on the come up. So we're gonna end the show in a second. But that's what we here for.
I just don't understand when they're gonna really give us front row tickets.
I just told you we going to the second tier. March 20th, the second tier.
Look, bring me with you for real. Don't make me look like a fool in front of everybody. They looking at me.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
Mongo.
Yeah. I turn around and nobody's behind me. What kind of fool
Wait
you
a
made me?
second. Wait a second, Todd. They was calling you. They was calling you. He walked in. I must be in the front row.
No. What happened was he wouldn't be able to hear us anyway. It was too much noise. He never showed his ticket. He just kept walking. And then me and Mongo stopped. And then Mongo showed his ticket.
Y'all never called me.
And that's because Tay told him he was courtside.
Yeah, that was a good walk.
I turn around like, yo, where they at?
Yo,
They ain't even behind me no more.
I'm gonna make that admission. I see Todd down there.
All right, y'all. A lot of things
When I
happen.
see the back up there, like this,
A lot
I
of
was
things
smiling.
happen. All right, y'all. A lot of things happened that night.
Yo, he said, yo, they hooked me up.
All right, so, but we got to wrap it up, y'all. I want to thank everybody who tuned in. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back next week. G Money, let's start it off.
All right. Good show. Everyone have a good week. See you next week. God willing.
Yep. Have a good week. Thanks for listening again.
have a good week, everyone. Chill.
Thanks for listening, Tiny. I don't want to fight.
Coach,
Anybody want to fight me?
go ahead, Coach.
Pay-per-view next week, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Have a
We
good
will
one.
be back next week. G, Tiny, everybody tuning in. Thank y'all. We see y'all next week. Peace.
Yes. I think we give them a good show. They be like, them guys are straight. I know my wife told me.
There we go. Turn it up.
They always argue. They hooked him up. Yo, he was big. Yo, he was a big dude. Yo, he was a big dude. Yo, he went standing by the exit.